All right, so with the Oklahoma City Thunder being one of the best teams in the NBA, you see some of the major talking heads around some of these big news networks not really loving the Thunder or trying to show them love too much because, listen, they like enjoying their NBA Finals runs on the beaches, whether it's in Palm Springs, West Coast, East Coast, it doesn't matter. And Stephen A. Smith had an interesting, I guess, choice of words on how he would rank the Thunder over the Dallas Mavericks in a post-Luka trade. So today we got to talk about it. As always, I want to hear from y'all, so make sure you join the discussion. Jump in the comments below, and if you're new to the channel, which I would assume a lot of you are, or you might be a part of the 75% of the people that are watching these videos but continue to come back and aren't subscribed, make sure you wipe your feet. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel so we can continue to bring you more content. So after the All-Star break, it'll pick up a little bit more, but we're also doing something new. We're doing 1-minute recap in the shorts for every single Thunder game. So make sure you guys jump on over to YouTube Shorts and check those out. They will be available usually within a couple hours after the game. I might do some in the arena, and then I might do them just when I get home. But Stephen A. Smith, I'm sitting here playing 2K. I kind of alter or rotate that one, NCAA football and Call of Duty. And I'm sitting there playing 2K, watching some clips on YouTube, and Stephen A. Smith coming up on the show asking about the Luka trade, what he thought about the Mavericks in the post-Luka Doncic era. And he talked about how he believes the Dallas Mavericks are the #1 seed because none of these young teams like the Rockets are really going to be able to compete with Dallas in the playoffs, especially if they're healthy. Then you've got Zion Williamson and Ja Morant, who should be two dudes in the Western Conference, but just can't ever seem to stay on the floor. And then you got the Oklahoma City Thunder. And he said that the Dallas Mavericks have been the thorn in the Oklahoma City Thunder's side. And with an addition like Anthony Davis, he believes that the Dallas Mavericks front court could be too much for the Oklahoma City Thunder to handle in a 7-game series. Now, obviously, based off what we have seen, I think a lot of people could make that argument. They could feel that way. But the Oklahoma City Thunder this offseason went out there and improved their roster, improved their front court by going and getting an Isaiah Hartenstein. Then you've got Chet Holmgren, who, yes, he's going to be coming off an injury, but by the time we get into the playoffs, Chet should be back to full strength and dominating the way he was the first half of the season before he got hurt. And then if you look at it, you would imagine Oklahoma City is going to make a move at the trade deadline, whether that's trading for a guy or going and signing Brandon Carlson to maybe a longer-term contract with the Thunder. Now, obviously, I'm still under the impression that Oklahoma needs to make the move to go out there and trade for Bobby Portis because he would be a really good backup big to Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren. And I think that would alleviate some of the problems that Oklahoma City has had with Dallas. But at the end of the day, Stephen A. Smith believes that the Dallas Mavericks are the #1 seed over the Oklahoma City Thunder, because they have beaten Oklahoma City in the regular season twice without Luka. And if you're an Oklahoma City Thunder fan, you feel some type of way about this because although the rivalry between the Dallas Mavericks and the Oklahoma City Thunder is really starting to grow, really starting to feel like that San Antonio Spurs rivalry when Kevin Durant and all of them were here and that young squad was really just trying to get over the hump, right? That's kind of what you feel about with the Dallas Mavericks. But it seems like every time both teams play each other, one team is always missing a key piece to their squad. And outside of the playoffs, the Dallas Mavericks, well, I mean, I guess even in the playoffs, the Dallas Mavericks have been able to get the best of Oklahoma City. But you would imagine this is the year that when the Oklahoma City Thunder get in the playoffs, if they have to match up with the Dallas Mavericks, Oklahoma City can go 1-for-1. You have a Isaiah Hartenstein that can go onto a guy like Anthony Davis, or a Chet Holmgren that can go on Anthony Davis, and then vice versa. A Daniel Gafford on Hartenstein or Chet. And same thing, a Lively on one of those two. You could look at J-Dub going after a PJ Washington. Obviously, you have great defenders in Cason Wallace and Lou Dort. And then you can't even forget Shai, right? The league's best scorer, somebody that nobody can stop. So for Stephen A to go out there and act like the Dallas Mavericks are just it, when we haven't even seen them play one game with Anthony Davis, seems like there's a little bit of bias there for him to not want Oklahoma City in the NBA Finals. But I want to hear from y'all. Join the discussion. Jump in the comments below. Give me your thoughts. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you wipe your feet and hit that like and hit that subscribe button.